Alrighty, good morning guys. It's Alec coming back to you with another video. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching. We've had some good traction on some of the recent videos, and I'm really happy with some of the progress that I've been making. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content too. So we're in the shop again today. We're gonna work on the truck a little bit. I have a box right here from Rock Auto with some parts that we needed. So we'll get those thrown on. I'm not exactly sure how long I got today. I think I got about 3 hours or so. It's the last nice 50-degree day here in Wisconsin, and I have one more jet ski to wash before they can kind of be put away for winter. The blue one right here is all clean. My green one is outside on the trailer, and it is not clean. It needs to be washed pretty bad. So I'm going to take the last hour and a half before sundown and get that cleaned up. But anyways, we're going to get working on the truck today. I talked about in the last video, maybe transmission cooler, kind of starting to think about that a little bit. I need to get the front core support on first before I build that video and build that setup. So either today is front core support or quite a bit of small miscellaneous stuff that this box is going to help us out with. So I'm going to kind of start to assess that situation and see where our afternoon takes us. But thanks again for watching. If you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. My new goal, we hit 100, and we spiked from like 100 to 200 pretty dang fast. So my new goal is 500. I think YouTube kind of starts to let you monetize some stuff at 500 subscribers as long as you got enough watch hours. So I'm hoping to get there, hoping to make a couple pennies off this build that I'm spending a whole lot of money on, but that's not my motivation. My motivation is get this run, do some badass stuff with it. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, getting a look at some of the stuff I want to get done today. And in this box, I got some of my stuff that I ordered. I got 4 KYB shocks, which will be a little long since the truck's lowered, but I can either do extenders or my end goal is eventually put the truck on coilovers in all 4 corners. So these are kind of more temporary, get it driving, and then we'll figure out permanent stuff later. Always have GMT 800s around so we can always find a spot to put those. But secondly, got some U-joint straps for the front axle. I got this bracket for the shifter cable on the side of transmission. Got the little shift pawl for the shifter cable to go into for your park reverse neutral drive. I got the front drive shaft rubber goodie, got the 6 nuts that go on the transfer case, and we got our ICT billet turbo drain extension. So all this stuff I can throw on. This is the small stuff that is kind of time consuming, but I'm going to start throwing some of this stuff in. We'll see how far we make it, and I need to assess if I can get that core support in there by myself or if I need a second hand to do that. Alrighty, coming back to you with another voiceover. Here I am trying to get this turbo oil drain line all mounted up and tightened down. Eventually I did get it, but it is kind of tight and almost a little tighter than I'd like it. It's the drain line that Huron Speed provided me with the cold side kit. I could make my own, and I probably eventually will, but it should work for now. It's meant to go to the front of the pan, and this is going in the side, as you guys have seen. So I got the turbo all clocked so that I could get this into place, because the turbo will not spin once you get the drain line in there because the bolt heads are too long and they interfere. So did that and kind of got it close. It needs to be clocked upside down like this for the intercooler piping that Huron Speed provides with the kit. So they got it facing kind of what I would consider upside down, but I guess to the left, so that they can put a 90-degree coupler on it and start bringing the pipes forward. So I got that all tightened down, got some pipe sealant on or thread sealant on the drain, and moved on to the back of the truck, where you can see we are putting the shocks that we talked about previously. Just in case you guys didn't know, Rock Auto is running a shock and strut rebate for KYB, and so you can go check that out. But a set of 4 shocks, you can save $50 right now. So got these all mounted up, and I think with the 4 shocks and the $50 rebate. I think I only paid $100 for them, which I thought was a pretty good deal for KYB shocks. So as you can see, I'm getting my bolts all anti-seized up. They weren't in 100% great shape, but they'll work for kind of the shorter term of getting shocks on the back of the truck. So moving on next, just getting the shocks tightened down in the back, trying to figure out what socket goes where and why the bolt heads are 2 different sizes. I couldn't tell you, but maybe GM could. One thing I noticed is I do have to do a small amount of trimming on the cross member bracket for the shock. It's just barely touching the shock body, and I'll bet you if you went with a different non-KYB shock where it doesn't have the dust cover, maybe it's got the rubber boots, you probably wouldn't have this issue that I'm running into where it just barely touches the outer shock body. So finishing out those shocks, getting them all tightened up, putting tools away, coming back over, and I tried to get the bracket for the shifter cable on. After a couple failed attempts, went back and looked at some of my old photos of the other 4L80s that I've had, and this is not the same bracket as what I need. The issue is the bracket is kind of hitting where the connector goes into the side of the transmission, and looking now, I don't need a flat bracket. I need one that kind of is like the shape of a horseshoe. So I'm going to have to do a little research and see what I can find for getting that bracket for the side of this. And did get that front shifter linkage on. That went on just like a breeze, all tight and ready for the cable when I can get the right bracket. Alrighty, well, I've ran into a little bit of a snag. I do not believe that this is the correct bracket. Looking back on some photos, this is definitely not right. So, not sure how this came up on Rock Auto for shifter cable bracket, but I guess I have a new paperweight and I need to figure out what the right one is. Alrighty, so since the shifter cable bracket was a complete failure, we did get the shifter linkage pawl, maybe, on. And it goes to the gears. Park through first really nicely. So at least that's on there. And next thing, I'm going to get the 6 nuts on the outside of the transfer case. And we're going to torque those down. Alrighty, so we got wrapped up at the shop and trying to take advantage of the last little bit of daylight that we could, getting the jet ski and the truck all cleaned up to finish out this video. Just giving the jet ski a vinegar bath and then soaping it up and doing a normal 2-bucket wash on the truck. So making the stuff look nice just to get dirty again. Alrighty guys, well here we are. Green ski is all clean, ready to be sitting underneath a cover for the next 4 or 5 months, unfortunately. Both skis clean, the stand-up's clean, everything's clean, ready to sit. So over here finishing out the day. Got a couple things done on the truck. A little discouraged by how much I got done, but it is what it is when you got to go get other things done. I tried to get the transmission dipstick to fit, and I did get it down in the hole, and now I'm kind of running into an issue where like the seal is too big and the stick won't go in all the way, and then the bolt to secure it to the backside of like the bell housing bolts isn't lining up. So I think I'm ultimately going to have to spend the $150 on a freaking transmission dipstick, which I'm not stoked about. I think that's freaking ridiculous, but it is what it is. And when you're making stuff work, you got to make it work. So got the shocks on the truck. The turbo drain is pretty much 100% done. I got that extension from ICT Billet on here and got the line all hooked up. It's a little bit tighter than I would like it to be, but is what it is. I might have to remake the line later down the road, but it's got a little wiggle room in it. It's just rubbing on kind of the motor mount, and I'm not super stoked about that. So aside from that, got the turbo clocked the correct direction for the intercooler piping. Wastegate's facing up because it's meant for a two-wheel drive to face the ground while it hits the idler arm. So it's going up for now. What else did I get done? Got the shifter linkage arm on and found out that our cable bracket is not going to work. So all in all, shorter video today. This week is Thanksgiving week, so I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and no plans on Saturday or Sunday. So I'm hoping to make some big progress on this. I got a couple other projects that I do want to work on, but this is going to be my priority. So hopefully front end this week and maybe some other cool stuff. So thanks again for watching. If you guys could leave a subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, anything helps. Trying to get this thing popping off. So I appreciate your time, and till I see you next time, peace.